We want your time at the arena to be enjoyable and incident-free.
From 2K Sports to everyone out there, welcome and Happy New Year. Hi, everyone. And with New Year's Day upon us, Grant, what goes through your mind as a player?
Wow, another new year, new possibilities. Time to put it in gear as the NBA action heats up. Teams that survive this stretch run start to become real contenders.
Now here's Murray. The three. Porter's shot is off. Here's Doc. Let's take a look at our starters for Atlanta. We've got Dyson Daniels. DeAndre Hunter is out there with Johnson. Then it's Trae Young, and it's Doc in at the 5.
And Young isn't just a scorer. He also takes pleasure in creating opportunities for others.
Let's send it over to Allie for a report on MP.
Tonight, MP goes up against Nikola Jokic, who's won multiple MVPs, and he's gunning for another. I asked MP, how can you stand out as the more valuable player to your team? MP said, win the game. Joker's going to be Joker. He's going to do what he does, but at the end of the day, it's all about that dub.
Yeah, hard to argue with that logic. Thanks, Allie. And Atlanta with possession here. The Nuggets getting their last shot to go. Doc, no good.
Does not get much easier than that, but somehow he came up empty there.
Jokic passes to Murray. The shot is good on the assist by Jokic.
He's super hard to guard is Jamal Murray because he's got all the shots, including recognizing when to use the floater.
And while Nikola Jokic has lots of years left in this league, he's already an all-time great, Grant.
You know, B.A., not many guys have won multiple MVPs and a title, but Jokic has already accomplished so much. And with his size and skill set, Jokic can be elite for a long time and add to that impressive resume.
Wide open, and still, surprisingly, he wasn't able to cash in.
Down low. Here's Doc. Good on the bucket. Doc's got 6.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Porter. His offense has been solid, scoring around 11.5 points a game. Knocks down the triple.
You can't let Gordon have room from outside. I mean, he's more than capable of knocking down those perimeter shots.
Inside, here's Doc. Good efficiency. He's drained 4 out of 5.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
Jokic with a screen on Young. Murray passes to Jokic. And again, Denver with a 3.
That high release of the Joker, if you're defending him, you better stay home.
To the inside, here's Doc. And the layup is good. 10 points for him.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
And so Murray will bring it up for the Denver Nuggets. Pass to Brown. Picked by Murray. Here's Brown. Checking his stats, he's scoring around 9.5 points per game. The Hawks trailing. To the middle. Deflects the pass. And stolen by Jokic. It's a one-on-one situation. Here's Murray. The rebound by Atlanta. It's an understatement to say they're on a roll. They're coming in on a 15-game winning streak.
And it is very impressive, but it's also interesting. I mean, even sitting here at the broadcast table and the storyline this group has created has you just impressed and a little scratching your head because we expect drama and a certain amount of unpredictability with this crew. That's not gone away, but I tell you, this team seems to be minimizing or mitigating the volatility. They seem to be a lot more solid of late.
Here's Porter. The Hawks getting their last shot to go. Three-pointer off the mark.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself. Even though he's young, Daniels tends to make the right decisions with the ball in his hands.
For Denver, they've got half their attempts to go, 6 of 12. And here's Murray, an effective score for them, scoring around 21.5 points a game. Pass to Jokic, 6 to shoot, shot from 12. Rebounded by Johnson. The Hawks have gone 7 of 9, a solid percentage so far. Well, Clark, you look at Denver's lineups. They have a lot of size on this team.
Yeah, I tell you what, it's kind of the polar opposite of small ball, BA. I mean, with Jokic in the middle and a lot of length on the wings and in the backcourt, too, this is a growing trend in the league as I see it.
Here's Brown, covered by Johnson. Pass to Gordon. Outside Porter from the arc. Hits the three-pointer.
Put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
Here's Brown. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Nuggets.
You know, right from the start, it seemed they got hot from three-point range, pulling apart the defense and racking up the points, too.
And another thing, they found the open man. Really playing unselfish basketball, moving the ball around there on the perimeter. Rare sight. How often does he fail to capitalize at the line?
Pass to Doc. Here's Risache to the paint. Here's Doc.
Boy, you've got to appreciate the passing there. Results in a great look.
Denver has gone 3 of 6 shooting from beyond the arc. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hi, guys. Well, Doc, in their last time out against the Raptors, had a huge game. He had 65 points, and they can count on him to protect the rim. He was an enforcer in that one. What a game for him, and against their rivals, no less, which had to make him feel extra special. Guys, back to you.
Yeah, he was unstoppable during certain stretches. It'd be great to see him top that performance tonight.
Well, his team needs him to contribute. When he's on his A game, he just makes play after play.
For sure, and draws so much defensive attention that it opens up opportunities for others.
Already 7 lead changes. These teams are really going after each other.
It's been a brutal game to play, but a fun one to watch.
Doc gets the bucket.
And he can take over in a nanosecond. I mean, once he catches fire, it's difficult to squelch it.
Westbrook, the pass to Jordan. And here's Porter. Back to Jordan. A shot from the high post. Can't hit. 1 for 2 now.
Good shot, gone bad. Gotta finish there.
And it's good. 2 points. And it's a 3-point Atlanta lead.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Here's Westbrook. It's tipped. And he's able to get it back. And at the end of 1, both teams putting up some points. Hawks ahead. They're up by 3. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. A chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
To me, it's been the ball movement. That's been the key. I mean, going from good to great. Not settling for a good shot, making that extra pass, keeping the defense off balance, and taking great shots.
You know, another thing that has impressed me has been their numbers of points in the paint, just dominating down there. They're just getting whatever shot they want in close.
All right, this is how the floor looks for the Hawks starting the second. They've got Onyeka Okongwu, Tyson Daniels out there with Risache. Then there's Bogdan Bogdanovic, and it's Doc in at the center position. Atlanta shooting their first free throws of the night now. Well, Clark, playing time is so difficult to come by. So what's the best way to stay ready if you're on the end of the bench?
Yeah, that's a good question, B. I never experienced that as a starter in the short career that I had in the NBA. With all the travel, I think you've just got to make a commitment to get in the extra work between the few practices that you have. So it's really being self-motivated as an individual to be professional and anticipate that you're going to be ready if your number's called.
And just shredding apart the defense with his passing. He's helping to pace this offense so well.
You know, numbers don't always tell the story, guys, but his assist totals do paint the picture here. I mean, he's got everybody involved.
Jokic shot is good.
I know Jokic would perhaps rather find penetration, but he can hit these mid-range looks as well.
Ooh, stolen by Westbrook. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
Yeah, really left him no choice there. He had the bucket.
Matthews, he's checked in for the Hawks. Hits both from the stripe.
Boy, the passion Westbrook plays with is infectious. He plays hard every second he's out on the court.
Pass to Matthews. To the middle. Here's Doc. That one drops for him. Doc's got 30 points.
And they keep on figuring out ways to force the Rock inside and convert.
Pretty clear. It's smash mouth basketball. Pound that thing inside.
And he's headed to the line for 2. He gets the whistle there.
Boy, Westbrook's so good at navigating the defense. This guy has ball skills, dexterity, and a motor that just doesn't stop. He gets to his shot when he wants to.
And Atlanta making a change here. Hunter's checked in. Good on the second one.
And give them credit for making a more concerted effort to get to the line this quarter.
Yeah, I like everything you said there, because when all else fails, if you can get to the stripe, that's really a good way to change the momentum in the game, because you get points and you also slow down the opponent because the game isn't going up and down as much.
So it's Denver now. The Hawks getting their last shot to go. Pass to Jokic. Tipped. And he recovers it. Inside. Second chance shot.
I'll tell you what, they've been aggressive and they've been physical.
Well, they're working the glass, really battling in that area of the game, and that's helped them stake this lead.
They're just taking what the defense gives them. And right now, that's the interior.
Well, once they recognized the advantage they had inside, it made a lot of sense just to continue to attack that area.
And so it's Michael Malone here calling timeout. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. Aaron Gordon's checked in for the Nuggets. Jamal Murray comes in for Strawther. And for an idea of how the league is shaping up right now, take a look at these latest power rankings. You look at Sacramento, they're building some momentum right now and aiming for a spot in the top 5.
Well, I think for Atlanta, they've claimed the top spot because they've earned it. Some critics have said they're playing way above their heads, but I think we're just learning how great this team is.
Now here's Murray, coming in off 21 points in his last outing. Jokic, it's good. And the assist goes to Murray. Jokic has got 13.
Tonight it's been all Joker all the time. He's been pouring it on here.
Well, Grant, when you think of Jamal Murray and all he's been through, health is of utmost importance for him.
Oh, extremely important, B.A.
Because when Murray is healthy, he's a lethal player and a huge part of this team's success.
Here's Murray. After the Hawks picking up a basket just moments ago. And it's Watson missing. The Hawks lead by 8. Daniels passes to Doc. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Nance against Westbrook. Sinks that one after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
Just by nature of his style, Westbrook is going to draw contact, so he's got to be strong enough and focused enough to play through it. And he is and does.
Here's Doc. Uneasy, too, on the layup. Doc's got 38 points.
That's 3 buckets in a row off assist.
Gordon outside. They set the pick. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by Doc. Doc's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
If they just continue to...
Hits yet again! Wow!
Another outstanding game for him. He has been a consistent offensive force all year.
Only 3 other players in NBA history have more 40-point games in a season than he does. For the Nuggets, Michael Porter comes in for Watson, and Brown subbed in for Russell Westbrook. And a change for the Hawks. Trae Young, he's checked in for Daniels. Pass to Brown. Now here's Gordon. To the inside, Jokic. The rebound by Atlanta. Doc's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. Here's Matthews. Drills it from deep. Matthews got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And give their offense some love. They've been the more efficient team.
Well, you know, it's been all high percentage shot for them so far. I mean, just the kind of execution you want in the first half.
Here's Jokic. Looking to end the run. Shot clock at 6. Ooh, he's now 7 for 12.
Boy, he's really been dominant in this one. Unfortunately, he hasn't had much help.
And the Hawks tack on 2 more.
I just love the ball movement.
Nuggets trail by 13.
2 minutes.
Pass to Brown.
2 minutes.
Picked by Murray. Here's Brown. Still without a bucket. Jokic. Atlanta with a rebound. Doc's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Down low. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
From deep, Jokic.
And he's doing things on the glass tonight that we don't often see.
Boy, he has put in some major work. He's earning his pay, for sure.
Yep, that one's good.
And another great assist. The offense is really clicking now.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Murray finds Porter. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call.
We've seen more than a few miscues from them tonight.
And I tell you what, more brain-neutral plays like that one, and they'll have a hole deeper than the one they're already in.
Watson, he's checked in for Again! What an avalanche!
Once again, he cannot be stopped.
It's incredible. He's nearing 2nd overall in career 50-point games and still going strong.
And chasing the incomparable Michael Jordan. I mean, that comparison alone gives you chills.
And Murray launches it from deep, from beyond the arc, and then some. Murray's got 7 points.
If you're the defense, you've got to do better on Murray. I mean, even from way downtown, he's pretty accurate.
And that one's good.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Launches a 3. No luck on that one. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks. 20-point lead right now. Their defensive efforts have paid off, effectively shutting down the opposing offense. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this.
Welcome to the halftime show. And if they're going to turn this around, it's going to be a long road back for the Denver Nuggets.
They're getting steamrolled, giving up too many points in the paint.
And it's just not the rim protection. You have to stay in front of all ball handlers, or you'll get broken down and eaten alive.
And now a subject that's always of interest. And that's a wrap on halftime. Thanks for watching as we...
Welcome back, everybody. Happy New Year's to all of you as we continue our broadcast. Atlanta leading by 20. Brown and Porter Jr. are the 2 and the 3. Gordon and Jokic together in the middle. And it's Murray in at the 1. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Michael Malone. With lots of prime seasons ahead of him, Clark, Nikola Jokic already has multiple MVPs and a championship.
It is an incredible resume already, that's for sure, B.A. I think he's got a chance to get into that top 10, maybe top 5 all-time conversation. But he's special, and what a joy to watch. Never seems to be overexerting himself, but he's making impact at both ends of the floor. He's extremely special as a basketball player. Yep, he's their leading scorer in this game and has been the dominant figure today. No doubt about it.
Outside Porter. Back to Murray. Pass to Brown. Now here's Jokic. Defense is right there. And he banks in the layup. Jokic has got 17.
Really hard to move Jokic off the blocks. He's tough down there.
Porter looks it over. Up top, Gordon fires for three. It's hauled in by Doc. Doc's got 14. Yep, 14 rebounds for him tonight. Hunter passes to Doc. And he slams it in one-handed.
B.A., when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice.
And guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and 1 foot.
Gordon outside. Third quarter of play with just over 1.5 minutes gone by. Wide open, but he couldn't capitalize.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
We know Nikola Jokic is a natural, but that's not all. Coach Malone said it's too bad that people can't peek behind the curtain and see how hard Nikola works. He understands that there's no magic formula. Yes, he's incredibly gifted, but it's his work ethic that's great. Brian?
Well, Allie, talent only gets you so far. He's got both.
Jokic is an absolute beast. He does it all at the offensive end. Scoring, passing, rebounding. He stuffs the stat sheet in a big way.
Since half, there's been a stark contrast between these teams. I'm talking about efficiency at the offensive end.
And that's why you have such a huge gap in the shooting numbers between the teams.
Gordon brings the double team. Johnson finds Young. To the inside. Tipped. Gordon with a steal. Porter against Hunter. Porter the pass to Gordon. Here's Murray. Jokic with it. And here's Gordon from the arc. Not going to go that time.
Hey, the struggle is real. He hasn't found much success with his offense today.
Here's Doc. And that one is hammered home.
Throws it down emphatically.
He's got serious hops, right? You add that to his ability to penetrate, that's 2 easy points.
A lot of bounceability there, guys. I mean, well above the rim. That's what makes him dangerous.
Brown connects from downtown.
This is exactly what an MVP candidate looks like. Jokic can carry the team. Yeah, totally unselfish.
And a look at the stats for Nikola Jokic.
He's been really dialed in from deep during these last 5 games. Looking assertive and in control every time he rises up to shoot from beyond the three-point line. And it's been fun to watch.
Westbrook, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Bogdan Bogdanovic checked in for Atlanta. Risache comes in for Daniels. Gordon outside. Pass to Jokic. And here's Westbrook. 6 on the shot clock. And here's Porter outside. And that one comes off the assist by Westbrook. Westbrook's got 3 assists tonight. Here's Risache. He's guarded by Porter. Here's Doc. Count that one. Doc's got 16 in the second half.
And force-feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Gordon finds Jokic. The rebound by Atlanta. Doc's got rebound number 17, if you can believe that. Pass to Young. Inside. And another one!
And that's 70!
He is unconscious. Westbrook with it. 5 points in the game. From deep. And again, Denver with a 3.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots. Man, what a pass that was there. He really relishes making the game easier for his teammates.
Gordon outside. Pass to Westbrook. And he's going for the oop here. The steal. And a fast break now for the Hawks. Here's Doc. Another possession, another assist. The chemistry he has with his guys is impressive.
I mean, keeping his head on a swivel, actively seeking out his teammates, incredible.
And out on the wings, Zach Rizachet has so many things scouts are looking for these days.
Yeah, B.A., this guy has tremendous potential as a two-way threat. Great length, good athleticism, and his jump shot could be elite.
Jokic. Pass to Doc. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
Doesn't have to break his momentum at all to catch the pass.
Now a timeout called by Denver.
Protecting the rim has to be their top objective right now.
Yeah, you know, let's look at the numbers, guys. I mean, they are being taken to the woodshed in the paint.
Substitution on the court.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation.
Scoring this much while shooting this well. Insane.
And it's Murray with the ball for the Nuggets. And the Hawks, looking at who they've got. Dyson Daniels out there with Rizachet. Then it's Jalen Johnson. Then it's DeAndre Hunter. And it's Doc in at the 5. No good off the back of the rim. The Hawks have gone 5 of 11 so far in the 4th. To the paint. Great D that time from Jokic. Denver's gone only 1 of 4 from the perimeter here in this 4th quarter. Now Westbrook. And there's the drive. They kick it out to Murray. And the 3 off target. Atlanta's gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. Here's Doc. Lets it go. And good! There's another!
And he's now tied for the 4th most points in a game ever. He is hitting everything.
It is truly one of the greatest games in league history. He can't miss. He gets it in there.
He came out of halftime with renewed focus, heating things up offensively.
Pass to Doc. Now here's Hunter. To the middle. And stolen by Jokic. Westbrook, the pass to Jokic. Off target from 3-point range.
He made a 3 back in the first half, but that's it. We'll see if he can find his stroke.
And stolen by Jokic. And they're on the run. Here's Watson. And that one comes off the assist by Westbrook. Westbrook's got his 5th assist in this one.
Great teamwork on that drive. Punctuated by a strong...
And got it! Another basket!
And incredible! Never thought we'd see another player score this much.
Man, it feels surreal, doesn't it? That score puts him tied for the 2nd most points in an NBA game. What an historic night. One constant in the NBA, Clark, the constant movement of players.
Yeah, and I think you've got to try to look at the positive side of that.
Substitution on the court.
Time, kid. Get in there. What's up, folks?
Here's Young. The kick out to Johnson. Here's Doc. Good. He hits again.
Well, folks, he's now bested his own single-game record for points in a game with this simply incredible offensive explosion we watched unfold. Congrats to him for now holding down 2 of the top 3 spots all time.
And we get paid to sit here and watch this excellence? What a special experience indeed. The emotion, the effort, the intensity throughout this game has been remarkable to witness. And everyone in this building recognizes the brilliant piece of basketball history that we've been lucky enough to watch. Good on the shot. Doc's got 10 points in the quarter.
It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see, ball movement.
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Hawks.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it and showed they were without a doubt the better team.
And they increased their win total to 29.
And even though this season series was only 2 games, a sweep is still a sweep.
I tell you what, no matter how brief it is, anytime you can get a season series sweep, you're happy.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency of Doc.
And you have to love how he controlled the key, piling up blocks and putting fear into opposing shooters.
Roddy, he's checked in for the Hawks. Matthews comes in for Trae Young. Over the last few years, Atlanta struggled defensively, Grant.
Yeah, the Hawks haven't been better than 20th in defensive rating since 2017. They've had some great offensive teams during that time, but their defense has held them back.
And Gordon is quick in everything he does. I mean, including how he passes the ball. This guy plays with great quickness.
To the paint. And again with the rebound. And he hauls in his 20th rebound.
Oh, just dominating the glass. Yeah, they blocked out the noise, blocked out the distractions, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what, and they got it done.
Here's Daniels, inside. Here's Doc. Banked it in off the glass.
A super high percentage shot there. You just can't allow him to get that close.
So we see the Hawks taking the W here. This one wasn't even close. The hometown crowd was waiting for a miracle that never came.
Yeah, and this team was consistent throughout. They met every challenge.
MP on a red-hot scoring streak. Yo, I think I just saw Jack Nicholson. Can you give me an autograph? My boy is just all around excellent.
Yo, I was thinking we hit that Korean barbecue spot after the game.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah,
Sounds
it's open,
legit, man.
It's open late, too. Hey, what's up? Everything good?
I'm guessing by the look on your face, you know what I'm here to talk about.
Somebody gonna fill me in?
Show him.
Oh, I know he didn't say that. About you? He about to unleash the dragon on that boy, I'm telling you.
Before we go unleashing any dragons, I would like you to seriously consider the impact your words will have on your teammates and the organization.
No. You just think about how your teammates are gonna love it when you call this dude out and you back it up.
You are an amazing player, clearly, MP. But some things don't work out that way.
They do if you're MP, okay? All due respect, Donna, my client right here knows how to compete.
Hey, just let her talk for a second, Patrick.
Okay, floor is yours.
Responding to something like this will put a target on your back. You are familiar with the concept of bulletin board material?
Of course.
It can fire up the other team. And it can anger your teammates if you can't back it up. You're a tremendous player, MP, but this is the NBA. Everyone is extremely talented, and some things don't work out the way you want them to.
Look. On the other hand, if you put that bozo in his place after calling your shot, that's something all teammates will love. Okay, look, I may not be in the NBA, but I understand the psychology of sports, okay?
And that's also true.
Thank you. So what are you gonna do, man?
Don't worry about it. I got this. I got it. No, I had to say something to him.
Yeah, standing on business.
You already know, yes, sir.
Not what I would have done, but you are your own person. I just hope for everyone's sake, you can back it up.
It's not an issue, Donna. I got this.
If we lose, I don't want to see even one photo of the two of you at Korean barbecue. The optics would be horrible. Are we clear?
Yeah. MP, you sure you got this?
Don't even worry about it, man. You know I got this. All right, man.
About game time, the pain time. What's up, MP?
Welcome and happy holidays from 2K Sports. It's time. Richard Jefferson. And joining us courtside, kind of a lopsided matchup tonight in some regards, but everyone loves an underdog.
Yeah, let's not forget, this is the NBA. Anything can happen, and even lower-ranked teams are elite. We could still have a real contest on our hands tonight.
Too long in the paint. He's hit with a 3-second violation. Los Angeles shooting their first free throw of the night here. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. And joining us now by phone is insider Shams Charania with some news. Shams, give it to us.
Thanks, guys. The Lakers this summer signing first-time head coach J.J. Redick. He's a veteran of 15 seasons. The sharpshooter's rise in broadcasting had been meteoric. The Lakers really want Redick to be their long-term head coach. But the question, with an aging superstar in LeBron, how much patience will exist in L.A. for Redick learning on the job?
Something to keep an eye on, no doubt. Okay, Shams, we appreciate the reporting. A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. The front court is Shea and Johnson. Young is up there with Daniels. And it's Doc in at the 5, down low. For some news on MP, let's send it over to the decorated David Aldridge on the sideline.
Thanks, guys. We've got 2 MVP candidates clashing in this one, and MP believes that will make things extra competitive. He said the best players bring the best out of you. We know we have to be locked in against this team, and I'm sure they feel the same way about us. They do. Kevin?
They're not taking this matchup lightly, are they, David? Nor should he. Tipped away. Now the Lakers on the break. The tray sinks the triple.
Always ready to put the team first. Reeves wants the ball in the hands of the most ready scorer.
Pass to Daniel. To the paint. Here's Doc. Up and in. Off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field. And MP getting to 2,000 points at a record pace.
Investing Zion Williamson, the fastest to do it in 40 years. The future of MP is bright.
Here's Christie. 6 to shoot. A 3. Reddish's shot is good.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
To the middle. Down low. Here's James. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
And Doc gets it to go. Doc's got 6.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
James, the pass to Reddish. Back to James. It's rebounded by Doc.
And he's very confident from that range, but you can't make him all.
Johnson outside. Here's Doc. Score the basket. His 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight.
Out to a hot start. 4 makes and 5 shots to begin this ball game.
James looking it over. There's the drive. And James throws it down hard.
Okay, wow. Oh, man, LeBron James getting acrobatic, putting on a show. I see you, big fella.
RJ, last season, LeBron passed 40,000 career points. Do you think we'll ever see someone get even close to that number again?
Probably not, Kevin. Not in my lifetime. You have to understand, you're going to have to score 25 points a game for 20-plus seasons to even have a chance. LeBron, he's one-on-one.
Pass to Davis. And Davis throws it down hard.
I'm sorry. It's just so much fun watching AD play that way with that type of power around the rim.
They double him with LeBron. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Victory eluded them last time in Atlanta when they faced the Hawks.
And their last time against this club, they really fell short at the free throw line.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Well, Richard, you were a teammate of LeBron James's, winning a title in Cleveland with them, playing with LeBron. What was something you learned about his game and about him?
Well, I learned that he takes the greatness that has been bestowed upon him as a gift, and it is a curse, but he understands how to handle both.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Okongwu's checked in for Jalen Johnson. DeAndre Hunter comes in for Reza Shea. And it's Bogdanovich in for Daniels. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, briefly spoke with J.J. Redick. Now, I talked with him about the challenges of guarding someone like Trae Young. Coach said, as soon as he crosses half court, you got to be on him. I told our guys, no separation. Of course, this defense will have to be very aggressive if they hope to stop Trae. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, David. No good from LeBron.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Hawks passing it around. Here's Doug. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Vanderbilt's checked in for LeBron. Hachimura comes in for Reddish. Harris is checked in for Christie. And it's Shake Milton in for Austin Reeves. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Nance is checked in. Vanderbilt the pass to Davis. Shoots from the right block, and the bank shot is good.
This is where you want AD to get his shots. That's almost automatic.
The Hawks trail by 4. Inside, it's stolen by Davis. Milton finds Harris. It's good from long range. And a chance now to catch up on some numbers with the hustle stats for the Lakers.
From the very start of this game, they have been giving the ball handlers trouble, using good pressure to force turnovers and get steals.
And they are also just outworking the opposition in transition. When the break is on, they've continued to find ways to score.
Milton against Young. 5 on the clock. Vanderbilt gets a wide open look. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Young left side to the inside. Doc missed inside. Lakers to Milton. Hachimura setting the pick for Milton. And the layup is good.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
And Doc gets it to go. You know, Greg, there was a bit of a rough patch with this team's chemistry not too long ago. That seems to have been put behind them now.
And I think MP stepped up and helped smooth the transition, right? He empathized with where the fracture was coming from and made sure the team stayed on the same page. That's great leadership from the young star.
The Hawks shooting their second and third shots at the line right here. The first free throw is good.
Shooting for Atlanta.
That one misses. Here's Hood Schifino. Puts up a 3. He can't get that one. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers with a 6-point lead at the end. Dictated the pace, pushed the ball. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
In this league, it is so hard scoring in the half court, so you have to run every time you get the opportunity.
James is out there with Shake Milton. Then it's James. Then there's Jared Vanderbilt. And it's Hachimura in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group for the Lakers to start the second quarter. Well, big city and bright lights, at least courtside. Soulja Boy is in the building.
Too fresh off in it. You ever crank that, buddy?
A reliable role player. Hachimura's versatility, especially scoring-wise, is what makes him so valuable.
And the Lakers making a change here. Hood Schifino's checked in.
That's just a bucket like you expect him to make. It's tough when you miss those.
Here's James, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And something that every NBA player has now that maybe they didn't a couple years ago, RJ, their own personal trainer.
Well, it's just a beautiful investment of your own resources back into your body. I love that players are hiring chefs, dietitians, sleep aides, and the teams are hiring them. I love every aspect of that.
Matthews, he's checked in for the Hawks.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
LeBron, no luck.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One they'll try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take.
Doc can't get it to go. And for Atlanta, they come in off a good outing against the Nuggets. Pass to Vanderbilt. And the dunk by Vanderbilt.
This guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
Jalen Johnson's checked in for Atlanta. And he has been on another level this past month, getting Eastern Conference Player of the Month. Completely new group on the floor. Hawks passing it around. Banked in off the glass. And now 24 points for Doc.
Okay, when you let someone with this height get this close, it's going to be nearly impossible to stop, especially when he has that big of an advantage in this category.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Doc in the last outing against the Nuggets put on a show. He had an impressive number of points, and he was tremendous in that game. That was a season high in points, too. Those were ridiculous numbers he put up. We'll see what he has in store for an encore. Can't wait to see. Kevin?
Thank you, David. You're right. He was a one-man wrecking crew in that one.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. But we'll see if he comes in with that same attitude tonight.
And I'll be interested to see if the opposition looks to double him, because this should open up opportunities for his teammates to get going.
Inside. And Doc gets it to go. Doc's got 8 here in the quarter.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Reddish the pass to Christie. Pass to Hachimura. And here's Reddish. Davis with a screen on Bogdanovich. A shot by Reddish, no good.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
And there it is for them.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Now here is Davis. With the fadeaway. And no good. He got it up. He's off on that one. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Hawks lead by 5. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
With All-Star Weekend, fellas, I was just wondering if you played in the league these days, what do you think would be different compared to when you... And turning our attention to the first half, a positive start for the Hawks.
This has been a display of what we all...
And that'll do it for half.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Doc has been sensational.
Well, with a double-double in hand through 2 quarters, you can just imagine what his stat line will look like at the end of this one.
But I don't think that that's the most important thing to him. Sure, putting up big numbers doesn't hurt, but he's all about getting the win over everything else.
And let's get an update on Austin Reeves' injury. David, what'd you find out?
Thanks, guys. I got a status report from Los Angeles' head athletic trainer. He told me that although he twisted the knee pretty badly, nothing looks like it's torn. Right in the thick of the season, this is a major blow. We'll see how this group of players responds going forward. Back to you guys.
Thanks for the status report there, David. At least we now know, Greg, how he's doing.
Yeah, when you talk injury, the unknown factor is always a difficult thing to deal with.
And you never want to speculate. So it's nice for us, and especially his teammates, to get some facts.
Checking out the group for Quinn Snyder to start the second half. The front court is Rizier and Johnson. Daniels out there with Young. And it's Dodd in at the center, filling out the middle. Down low and taken away by Johnson. Fast break for Hawks. Here's Dodd. Uses both hands to slam it down.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick two at the other end.
LeBron James on the wing. Clock at 6. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. That's tipped.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Doc can't get it to go. Lakers trail by 8. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Davis dishes to James. Here's the 3. Got a hand on it. And he recovers it.
And they have been cold coming out of the break, only getting one of their first 4 shots to drop this half. Got to pick it up.
Now let's take a moment to check out our race for Rookie of the Year. Here are some of the top young talents in the game who will be recognized as the best of the best. You take a look at Rizier. He's got some work to do in order to get into that conversation, I think, but there are plenty of games left for him to make his mark.
And even though he hadn't necessarily set himself apart from the rest of that rookie class, you can see that his game does seem to be well suited for the NBA.
And he's got plenty of room to grow, Greg. We're only a few months into his NBA career. With his upside, he could develop into a terrific player down the road. Out of halftime, not the way you want to execute, just 1 of 5 from the field.
To the paint. And Doc gets it to go. Doc's got the lead up to 10 now for the Hawks.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Screen by James. Pass to Davis. Here's Christie. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Left side, Davis. Can they get it? Excellent D there from Doc.
Defense pulled out all the stops to shut him down there.
To the middle. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. James up top. He's got 15.
Now, nobody spends more time in the paint than LeBron James. He knows he's going to get the contact, and he still goes in there.
3 trips to the line so far for him in this one. Free throw good, LeBron. Hachimura is checked in for the Lakers. Atlanta also making some changes here. Okongwu comes in for Johnson. And it's Matthews in for Daniels.
And he's been rock solid at the free throw line tonight. A little bit of an unexpected bonus for them. And really the story of this second half. One team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And start with their defense. They've been intense on that end, and they can actually help their offense as well.
And Doc gets it to go.
They're not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
James kicks to Reddish. Back to LeBron. Lets a floater go. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
What I appreciate about LeBron is how much he loves being a leader. He knows how much his teammates count on him.
Atlanta making a switch here. Hunter's checked in. Good on the second free throw. And the league limiting players from making public trade demands, which I guess makes sense. It's a big change from the past, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it saves franchises from being put in a tough spot. Keeps a player's trade value high, which helps the team they're leaving.
James, the bounce pass. Now Hachimura. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
It's good. Doc's got 46 points.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
No one near James as he lets it go. And again, the Lakers no good.
Some people could say he's struggling on offense this period. I like to think of more of drowning. Just can't seem to find his confidence.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
Oh, yeah, they're doing a terrific job not giving this hostile crowd anything to cheer about.
Pass to Milton. Hands it from downtown. He's got his third basket of the night right there.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
Young pass to Doc. Good, that's another bucket.
50 points for him yet again, and I feel privileged to watch this guy go to work this season.
Now he is pulled even for the second most 50-point games in a single season. What a year it's been for him.
And to match 30 games of 50 points or more in a single season, it's unreal. That was a number that prime Wilt Chamberlain established back in 1963.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thank you very much. Anthony Davis broke his defense down for me. He said, I can block shots, switch on to anybody, guard the pick and roll, I can guard the post, I can guard the pin down. So that's my ability. My ability defensively is to do everything. Kevin?
And he does everything. David, thank you so much. And Milton's got the ball here for the Los Angeles Lakers. They can look forward to the Rockets Arena after this matchup to take on Houston. That'll be the first half of a two-game trip.
Throw it high and watch Davis fly. Wow.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Lakers trail by 15. From deep, James. James making it look easy from deep.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
Just great anticipation by Young. He just sees the play developing, knows exactly where he wants to go with the ball.
That shot off, and so it's the Atlanta Hawks sitting with a comfortable lead up by 14. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Serving it up on a platter, that is a beautiful dish. And two teammates on the same page, woo.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. LeBron James is out there with Jared Vanderbilt. Then it's Rui Hachimura. Then there's Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Rick Schiavino in at the point. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Los Angeles making a switch here. Milton's checked in. Lakers trail by 16. Pass to Hachimura. Shoots over Rizachet. Hachimura, no good.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
And you can tell Rizachet has a great basketball IQ. He spots the opening and delivers the pass on time.
And here's LeBron outside. It's rebounded by Doc.
If they want to come back, he needs to be better.
Hunter, the pass to Doc. Tries again. And another one. 60 points. This guy cannot be stopped.
They've had no answer for him in this one.
From deep, LeBron gets the three-pointer to fall. LeBron's got 24 points.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
They double him with LeBron. And yet another basket. That's 62 points. 62.
Amazing. A remarkable performance from him so far.
just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. Fires the three. It's deflected. And he stays with it. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And here's what the schedule looks like for the Los Angeles Lakers. On Sunday, they'll be facing Steven Adams and the Houston Rockets. And then on Tuesday, they'll be taking on Klay Thompson and the Dallas Mavericks.
And for that game against San Antonio, there aren't many other meetings that are as evenly matched as this one. Both teams can give and take punches, and this one, I think, is going to come down to the wire.
Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Here's Doc. And good! There's another. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
Back to James. Pass to Finney-Smith. Lakers working the ball around now. Kicks it out to LeBron. Trains it from beyond the arc. James has got 12 points here in the second half.
Now this is more like it. 9 points for him from three-point range this half. That's 9 more than he had in the first.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Pass to Hachimura. And the NBA last season, Richard, really emphasizing it's an 82-game league. And I know you love that.
Oh, that is my favorite thing. I was taught by the legends of the game that you go out there and play every single night that you can. At some point in time, the sports and science team realized that it is very difficult to be a professional. But I stand by. 82 games is an achievement that very few can achieve now.
And there is a whistle, and that's going to go on Jackson Hayes. That's his first foul. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Davis is checked in for Jackson Hayes. Reddish comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Christie's checked in for Vanderbilt. And it's Jake Milton in for Hachimura. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Trae Young, he's checked in for DeAndre Hunter. Davis looking for an opening. Pass to Reddish. Shoots the three. Rebound Atlanta.
This is the definition of forcing it. He's trying to get himself going, but taking tough shots just won't do it.
Here's Todd from 8. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on Davis. And a look now how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Atlanta.
They're moving the ball around so well, guys. Quick passes, letting the next guy do the work if you don't have a look.
And you also have to applaud how they've attacked the interior in this game. A lot of points happening for them in the paint tonight.
And the wide open shot from Reddish. Los Angeles with another miss.
Just an ugly show from him offensively. Yep, no way to describe it, just ugly, and that hasn't helped.
Now the Lakers on the break to halt the run, and the layup is up and in. He's got 11 points here in just the second half.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
Yeah, that's nice execution, running with purpose and creating an easy scoring opportunity off the break. And that's how you lead a team, literally.
Reddish kicks to James. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. James has got 30 points.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
I think when you've got it going from three-point range, you've got to keep it going. It's a good way to kind of pile up the points quickly.
And the league clearly focused on making regular season games matter. You think more steps are coming?
Well, let's give the league credit because they've left no stone unturned. The play-in, the in-season tournament, the 65 games rule, all implemented with that in mind.
And so Atlanta takes this one by a big margin. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that about wraps it up. And so for Richard Jefferson, Greg Anthony, and our reporter David Aldridge, I'm Kevin Harlan.
Another game, another win. Back to work tomorrow.
Shout out my dog MP, man, giving the people what they want, man. Talking a little crazy, giving a little hot sauce, and still talking trash at the same time. I salute you. Shout out my dog MP, man.
Yo, is that MP or MVP? Man's out here running the game.
Come on, man. You know how we do.
Hey, man, you keep this up, the whole world's gonna know how you do it, man. That trophy gonna be ours.
Ours?
Yeah, we're all a part of the team, baby.
Nah, come on, man.
know, I'm just playing with you.
Yeah, all right, man.
Wide out there tonight.
Like those kicks, MP.
MP, you're about to go off.
Don't forget to come out to the Game Book Calendar Day. What better way to pass the year than with pictures of your favorite Spirit dance team? Don't miss out on the rest of the season. There are still seats left for upcoming Clippers games here at home. Be sure to visit us online or at the ticket booth online. The National Basketball Association and the LA Clippers are committed to a safe and enjoyable sports experience.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. Along with Grant Hill and Brent Barry and our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. And a chance now to take a look at some numbers for him.
And over the last 10 games, he's been hitting the boards hard. He's been a different guy when it comes to rebounding. Out there battling and fighting. It's great to see that kind of hustle.
And now the Atlanta Hawks starters. Shea and Johnson, they're the forwards. Trae Young out there with Dyson Daniels. And it's Doc in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the Clippers, it's Jones at power forward with Zubats at center. Chris Dunn is out there with James Harden. And it's Powell in at the small forward. And Grant, by now, many of the questions we had coming into the season have been answered.
Oh, no question, B.A. But it's still a long way to go. We know how much can change over the course of a season, so I wouldn't be surprised if a contender or two has yet to emerge.
Now here's Jones, outside Harden. Second chance effort with the drive, and the layup is good.
Well, Harden just outworking them inside. Could we say he wanted it more?
Down low. Here's Doc. It's rebounded by Zubats. Now Los Angeles with it. And going against Atlanta, their first meeting on the year.
Yes, surprised to split the season series last year. These guys have confidence in themselves against anyone they face.
And they don't want a repeat of what happened last year here. They know this is an opponent they can handle. And they don't want to give away anything like they did last year.
Yes, so much of Harden's work happened. He can also work you over from the corners.
Harden's gone 2 for 3 from the field. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Moments ago, Tyronn Lue and I were able to chat. We talked about star guard Trae Young, their biggest problem tonight. Coach said Young is one of the most explosive offensive guys in this league. We want to make him a volume scorer, force Trae into lower percentage looks. Should be a fascinating matchup, B.A.
Allie, thank you. Here's Dunn, following the score by Atlanta. And what you like about James Harden, he can play with any set of teammates, Brent.
Well, we're seeing this transition, B.A., right, from Harden being this elite offensive system by himself to now being a better teammate, a guy who can facilitate and set guys up to make better offensive plays. So not shouldering the entire load anymore. He's been very flexible over the past couple seasons. You can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Doc, no good.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
Outside Harden. Beyond the arc. And it falls for him. He's hit 3 of his first 4 attempts.
Just how awesome is it to watch the best of the best start to dominate in a game.
Pass to Doc. Zubats comes with a double team. Doc, no good. The Clippers have gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. To the inside. Here's Zubats.